Here we go. Morning. Well, I guess it's not morning anymore. It's 12:01. I pulled off here. I'm here in Belmont, Wisconsin. I just pulled off here, use the restroom, take a little break. I ain't been driving for very long anyway. Maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. Yeah, about 2 hours. Um, Last night I'd gotten a message, or somewhere in there. I got up about 8 o'clock this morning. Um, got a message, private message. A few days ago, I put a update on my. Somebody's trying to call in. Um, about our direct haul. Um, she was trying. I guess she's trying to figure out uh, what to put in to figure out the rate per mile. Um, what bills do you put in there? Well, like in her case, she don't drive. She runs in the office, and she's got the two trucks. Her boyfriend, her husband, runs one of them, and then they pay someone else to run the other one. Um, you know it, how you do all that. I guess it's uh, kind of up to you. But um, for like example, with us, the wife, she don't work out of the house. She works and she does everything for the truck, dispatch, accounts payable, invoicing, everything. Um, and then I do this, and I do some, the IFTA reporting and stuff like that. But everything, we separate everything out, so we know everything's for the house and what's the truck, and we can break everything down. Cost per mile for the truck, what it costs us for the house, and our average miles. We put the bills together, and then we turn around, and put the bills together, and then our average miles uh, that we run generally, and then that's how we come up. You do the math on it, and that's the bottom line. What you got to have on all and that's loaded and empty. And that's what we go off of. But um, you got to put all your bills in when in a case like ours. There's no other outside income. Um, Now, when start adding trucks, and you start putting the payroll on it and everything, it there's a little more figures to do. But when you just got the one truck, the one trailer, it's fairly simple. Um, like I said, put all you really got to know what it costs you to run your truck uh, per mile. So you need to put them in different columns. You might say, truck expenses or company expenses, personal expenses. Figure out everything out separate, and then you're gonna on your totals put them together. Your average miles, loaded and empty for the week, uh, um, and then do the math on it, and there'll be your rate per mile that you don't want to really go below. Um, but on the other side of that coin, you got you can if you're in a bad area or what have you. um, what you can do is look at the average you made for that round or that week. You know that'll help you out there, because that's what she was running into. She runs a lot of southeast, and she gets a fairly decent, not great. She runs dry van. I run reefer. She runs eh, fairly decent going down, but then coming back out, you know, 90 some dollar, $1.20, you know, um, coming back up. I kind of talked to her a little bit about finding a direct haul, um, right there in that area where she lives or she runs out of. Um, it's not easy. Let me tell you, it's not that easy. Like the company uh, we got on was a direct haul. They want drop trailers, and good trailers, reefer trailers, aren't cheap. Um, but like in her case, I told her, going down and back is kind of hard. There ain't no way you're going to get, because she's got payments on the truck and trailer, just like we do. So in the case of like her, grinding down, you're going to have to take all the money you made on those two runs, down and back, and then all the miles and all the money you made, and get your average, and your average of those needs to go up higher than what your rate per mile that you need to stay afloat. Um, and like I told her, if you can't get it above it, then you got to rethink your strategy, rethink of where you're running. Yeah, you'd love going over there, but your love for going over there, is it really worth going broke? Because the longer you stay at or below your bottom line rate, the longer you're there or below it, and even the minute part above it, breakdowns, taxes, it's you really got to look at that. I say it a lot, and I probably never will stop saying it. Avoid that roller coaster rate as much as you can. Stay in those areas where you get a decent rate going in, and try not to keyhole yourself into going out and straight back, because that's another way where you can avoid, do a little route like a triangle type deal, maybe. That's one way of getting out of that roller coaster rate deal. You go to Florida, and then if that's where you go, and maybe going over here to Louisiana or Oklahoma or Missouri, and then back, because I think she's out of Michigan. Run over here, run over there to Missouri area, and then Michigan. Maybe that's what you'll have to do. I did give her my channel. I don't know if she'll see this or not. Probably not. But if something isn't working out for you, don't wait. Us as truck drivers, we're so into, it'll get better, it'll get better. Don't wait. It's your money. It's your business. If your bank account's hurting, then your business is hurting and your family's hurting. So don't wait. Figure it out. Choices on fuel and all kinds of things. Areas you're running. Just add too many miles, too many extra miles. Um, if example, you're running out of, let's say, Des Moines, Iowa, and you're going Laredo. Um, Run to Kansas City, and instead of running over and through Emporia and down through Wichita and down through Fort Worth. Go to Kansas City, drop down to Joplin, over to Big Cabin, down through Dallas, down 35W, down that way. You're going to cut off miles. It's going to save you on your IFTA. It's less miles, and on top of that, you don't have to pay that damn toll crap over there in Kansas. In Oklahoma on 44, you just got that small stretch coming into Oklahoma over to Big Cabin. It's not very much. I don't know how much it is anymore because I've got the Oklahoma Pike Pass, so I'm not real sure. But I do know it's not all that much. You cut off. It's not 100 miles, but you cut off a pretty good chunk of miles by doing that. And then find, if you got regular routes, find good fuels. Everything that you can do, it's not just your rates. It's choices in what you're doing or what you're not doing that's going to help you progress. Where you're getting your truck worked on. We've got a shop that we use at that pad time, and we fight them. I like the shop, the service, but depending on what shift that we run on to do our work, they'll pad the hell out of it. Something that normally costs $400 or $500 is now $800-900. But I just turned the little woman loose on them. Yeah, because they's trying to charge us I think it was like $800-900 change one airbag. It was like $800-900. I was like, boy, I turned my little woman loose on them, and and then they ended up changing the wrong damn airbag. Like, are you kidding me? We got a free airbag out of that deal, though. So it was about half the price when they called and told me it was done from then to when we actually went. So it kind of worked out for us in that case, but not always. So watch where you're getting your stuff worked on. If you can do it yourself, do it yourself. Fuel, taxes, figure out them rates. If it's not working out, figure something else out. I'm going to cut this dang video off here in a second. Like, share, subscribe, by God. You guys have a good one. I'm going to go finish my break, go in and get me something to drink, and get the hell out of here. You have a good day. Take her easy.